Hey, a clean break. 1 out of 3 at this. All right, we are getting ready for another session of welding here, and we're going to go over the settings that we're using this time. So what we've got here is an 85% power, which is quite a lot more than we probably should be using for the metal that we're using, but we find that with more heat, we are better able to pull the wire out at the end, and that's kind of our main problem here. The swing frequency is at 60 hertz because the slower that goes, the more pretty lines we see in the back and forth. The swing width is at 4 millimeters because I'm really bad at this, and that gives us a bit more leeway as far as keeping the wire in the path of the laser, which is kind of critical to this whole thing. And over here we've got the wire feed speed at 12 millimeters a second. That is also kind of fast, but it keeps us moving at the high heat that we're using here. The pullback length and patch length, that's how far it's going to pull back and feed forward when we let off the trigger. And the wire feed delay there means 0, means it starts feeding right away. The bushing delay, that very poorly named thing, is how long it will keep the wire retracted after you let off the trigger. So if you actually want a chance to pull your laser away there, then you want to set that up from the factory default of 400 milliseconds to something much longer. Unless you're going to be doing like stitch welding or something like that, where you need to get the wire feeding again right away. But with what we're doing here, we'd much rather have that bushing delay much longer. And in the more settings here, we got a 500 millisecond rise time that gives us just a little bit of time to get moving as we get started before it's at full power. But the fall time and off delay, we got those at 0 because when we let go of that trigger, we want it to stop and give us a chance to both pull away manually ourselves and have the Xlaserlab here do a little bit of pulling on its own too. And we figure that between the two of us, we should be able to actually pull that wire away when we're done welding here. So get our wire lined up here, and then we get this lined up here, got everything on, the gas starts, and that's all great, but then stuck, which is exactly what we don't want. But other than that stuck thing at the end, looking pretty good. After it gets stuck, we get these little curly guys here. And with those curly guys, we trim that off. So that we have a nice clean bit of wire for our next attempt here. Gosh, that one looks so nice. I don't really want to ruin it. Let's go back to the other side here and see if we can try one more time to not get the laser welder wire stuck. Nope. That would be failure number 2 there. So again, we're going to be trimming this off a bit, getting ourselves just a little more wire feed on it there. And then going in for a third try here to see what we can do on this. Hey, a clean break. 1 out of 3 at this point. So obviously I've got some things to learn still about using this laser welder.